been a year. A whole year since I told you some things were gonna change here at TFS. I can finally say that they have. And I'm gonna share with you some really awesome news. But I got a lot of work to do today. It is Sunday for me, and that's the only day, usually Saturday and Sunday is the only day that I actually get work done here around the shop, because the other days I'm busy doing business owner stuff. I kid you not, literally on the other side of that wall is a bunch of dead bodies. There's a crematory that moved in next door, and they're literally unloading a body right now. I'm saving you guys from that footage. Brand new bandsaw, big one, huge, metal cutting, okay? I bought that. Box and pan brake, 12 gauge capacity, I believe, at 24 inches. It's a 48 inch, but half of it will break 12 gauge or 1/8 inch steel, right? Bought that. In the other shop, I bought something that's kind of scary to me because I have no idea how to use it. There she is. I have a CNC lathe, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I hope that inspires some of you guys, because we never stop learning, and I am having so much fun throwing some chips. Or what they're really more like is participation ribbons, because I'm still learning, right? Oh, and I bought really cheap tools for it, but we're learning about that too. I reached out to Grizzly because I was going to buy a bunch of equipment. They gave me a pretty good deal on it, actually. I mean, I still spent almost $40,000 on all of it, but you know, they hooked it up. They basically gave me the sale price on it. But that arrived about a month ago, and the big thing that we've been doing with it, or the primary reason I bought it, was for pipes. So these are my reject pipes, but 2-inch Schedule 80 practice pipe coupon and 6-inch Schedule 80 practice pipe coupons. I also have 6-inch Schedule 40, and I'm looking for other sizes and materials and grades. That's what I've been doing with this. But so you can see I crashed the tool yesterday. Actually, I didn't crash the tool. It's just a cheap Chinese one, and the insert fell out of it because that hole is not tapped or whatever. I mean, it's Amazon, right? But Motorsports parts. I'm trying to get into some hard to find things, fittings, weld fittings, etc., reputable, good stuff that you guys can trust. I'm trying to build those and offer those to in the future, but I still have to learn what all these bleeps and bloops that I've been putting into this machine mean and what they do. But I'm getting there. I'm feeling pretty confident. Let me go back to the other unit real quick. Let's unpack this other stuff. Okay, so my goal of the day here is to unpack these two machines so I can get started on stuff. I wanted to, aside from just kind of hang out today in here, kind of get you updated on everything. You remember that update video last year? The thumbnail was me, you know, holding up a for sale sign. Most of that stuff is gone. Some of it is not. I think the Mighty Max, I'm probably just gonna hang on to it for a little bit, because I have another idea. Something that I've wanted to do for a very, very long time. Oh, and down there, that was another project. We're not gonna worry about that. I gotta get all this stuff unpacked here. problem. Please like and subscribe because that's gonna cost me a lot of money. That's how it should have gone. Crap. Oh dear. My blade cutter. Obviously that's broken. Speed wheel blade cutter. I'm gonna have to place an order for replacements of those. You know, it's weird, with the exception of the big RMT Revolution machine tools, my giant bandsaw back there, every single one of mine is broken. God, I can't tell that I bend the friggin' bow. Shit. I just don't know. Oop. Nail there. I think it's okay. Guess we won't know until we get everything apart here. So far it looks like just these need to be replaced. Oh damn. Please tell me you didn't break this too. So I took off shortly after that yesterday. I couldn't get my head straight. I was really rattled by it. That was a big deal, that falling over. And then I started thinking, what if my employees were here? What if one of them was under it and I was in such a hurry and acting foolish, you know? Thank God nothing happened. I'm literally just glad. So we're just gonna focus on today and go from there. The cool thing is, nobody next door complained about it. They are literally the best neighbors I've ever had. Now, the problem that I have here is, one, I don't know how badly I damaged this thing. And of course, thank you to all of you professional rigging experts on the internet for telling me that I did it all wrong. I know I did it all wrong. But either way, that's behind us. Moving forward, I gotta find out if this thing even works because I've got some upgrades ordered for this particular shop here. But if this is totally broken, then spending the money on all the other upgrades would not be a good idea right now. So I'm gonna take this over to the other unit, get it hooked up, see if this thing actually still works. And if it does, then, you know, we're good. Sketchy. So this time I'm not going to be in a hurry. We're going to just ever so gently move this over to the other unit so I can plug it in and see how badly I messed it up.
Cool. Sounds good. That baby ain't going nowhere.
Cleared. Might make it inside this one. Ooh, that's close. Alright, we're good. I told you that baby ain't going nowhere. Where were you yesterday? You taking your day off? Who the hell gets weekends off? That's just ridiculous. Now, shooting with the GoPro does have its kind of drawbacks, if you will. The microphone's not as good as me being mic'd up on my live like I usually am, so the quality on here sucked, and I'm just gonna go for the voiceover on this one. We definitely checked out the saw. I gave it a quick once-over, see if I can find anything else that was broken. I checked the blade to make sure it was still aligned in the guides and everything else. So everything pretty much checked out for the most part, aside from the broken stuff. So all we did was decide, well, if I flip the switch and the blade flies off, then the saw is basically foobar. Yeah, everything looks good, so. To both of our amazement, nothing happened. It just turned on. Now the blade is a little bit doo-doo, if you will. It's not, you know, there's not many saws out there that come with good blades, and I expect that, and of course I'm going to change it. But so aside from having a little bit of like a wobble in it from manufacturing, I decided to throw a piece of tube into it, see if it cuts, and straight as can be. Turns out it's hot, straight, and normal. Like, we were both kind of blown away. Like, that's a bit of an attestment to Grizzly there. Like, this is actually a pretty tough and robust saw, and wow. I can't tell you how like unbelievably relieved I am, because that's like $5 grand that I don't want to spend to replace or, you know, put thousands into fixing when, you know, I just did a stupid on it. So
I'll take it.
Yeah. So with all of that done, we can move on to Saturday, which is what day it is right now. The rest of my week was pretty friggin' crazy. I mean, I had issues with this saw. It needs blades, but I can't seem to find somebody to make them the right size. We're back and forth on that one. There was one that was supposed to be delivered today, but yeah, it still didn't show up. I've been here since early in the morning and no blades. So I've got a bunch of school orders and everything that we've been processing just left and right. It's absolutely nuts. Thank you guys so very, very much for all of your support at Weld Metals Online and everything else that I do. But I'm hiring. That's the whole point of this video. So I need to kind of get the ball rolling here. I am hiring a full-time videographer and editor for TFS and Weld Coach, the YouTube channel. So it would help if you know a little bit about fabrication and welding, but you'll learn that pretty quick as you're hanging out with me. But now, when I say I'm looking for a videographer and editor, I'm not looking for somebody with zero experience. I'm looking for somebody that is a videographer slash editor that knows a bit about shooting, you know, YouTube videos and things like that. So nothing really fancy, just gotta bang out some content because I've got some crazy builds in mind, and I've got that other shop being set up right now to go back to working on stuff and to bring the classes back, which I've been interviewing a few people for potential positions as an instructor here, which is a part-time gig. But the videographer editor, we use DaVinci Resolve as the editing software, so you should be familiar with that. My entire suite in my editing booth is all DaVinci Resolve, like the keyboards, the friggin', you know, everything that I could possibly have. That's what we use, and the computer's fast as balls. It's got a 4090 in it, i9, you know, the whole works. It's the thing fucks. The gear that we shoot with primarily is Sony, all the A series, lots of different Sony glass. You should know about lenses. My lighting is not the greatest here, but there's room for improvement. If you know more about lighting than I do, which I would hope you do if you're a videographer, then we can get that set up just right. There's studio time, and then there's just, you know, run and gun style, which is stuff that I like to do, especially when I'm building. So if you're good with that, then you should definitely reach out. It's definitely full-time, pretty competitive pay. There's also a bonus, so there's a lot of things about this. You should consider that there would be some travel going on with it. So if we go to a convention, exhibits, people's shops, any ideas I might have, etc., obviously all paid, but you should be willing to travel. And no, you cannot be remote. You have to be in Las Vegas. That's the only catch. I'm not looking to farm this out, trade it over the cloud, nonsense, stuff like that. I'm not doing that. I want an actual person that I can work with, and we can work together to make two really awesome channels. One of them is Weld Coach, which is just constant education content, and then the other is TFS, where I will be back to building stuff, and eventually hoping to look for some people who might want to grow this channel with me, like other characters, if you will, other fabricators, other people that are good at this stuff. The second thing, I guess I should probably change the angle here, right? The other thing is all these parts that I'm building in here, it's not just for pipe coupons at Weld Metals. This is actually, I'm trying to launch a full motorsports type of division here. So motorsports fabrication stuff. Right now I'm working on hose barbs. That's what the little guys that you're seeing there that I was just cutting out, kind of experimenting with. Working on those. We're gonna get into bushing kits and a bunch of other stuff, but I can't sit here and run this thing all day long. I only have a few hours a day, so once we get those launched and things start moving, I'll probably need a CNC lathe operator. So consider that if you're in Vegas as well. But that's about all the update I've got. I've got a really nice dinner to go out to tonight, and hopefully next week I'll get that brake set up and then start working on the other shop. If you guys want to see like shop updates and stuff, like this kind of raw type of stuff, I know a lot of people have asked for like vlogs and shit, but that's just not me. I mean, I might consider it, but if you like this kind of stuff, hey, want some behind the scenes, all that crap, let me know. Just post down in the comments, and maybe I could just pick up the GoPro and start talking to it every now and again and not just be that educator guy on the internet, which you know, let me know. Thanks for sticking around if you made it this far. I hope to hear from some of you, and if you know anybody who is looking for any of these positions that we're looking to fill, send them my way, please. I'll see you guys on the next round.